What are we doing here? Drinking some Thiccc. I was told I was supposed to say that before I did the review. Not really sure why. Hello, welcome back to the Rot Gut Review. My name is Ed O'Mara, and today, like I said, we're drinking some Thiccc blended whiskey. Thiccc is another one of those celebrity-endorsed whiskeys, this one by a guy named Brendan Schaub. And if you've been watching this channel, you know that celebrity whiskeys tend to go one of two ways. On the one hand, sometimes you get a celebrity who really loves whiskey, loves the craft of making whiskey. They get partnered up with a really good person in the industry to help them make their whiskey, and they make something fabulous and unique. But on the other hand, a lot of times you get a celebrity who really doesn't care that much about whiskey and is just trying to put something in a bottle to cash in on the whiskey craze and whatever level of fame they have. Those are pretty much always shite. But that's not to say that Brendan Schaub's whiskey is gonna be one or the other. I'm really not familiar with Brendan Schaub. I understand he's a mixed martial artist and a comedian. That said, I did get a lot of requests to review this particular whiskey, and he seems to be a somewhat divisive character. I'll say that much. So what is Thiccc? I guess Thiccc is a nickname for him, I assume. Thick boy, something like that. But this is actually a blend of bourbon from Indiana, read MGP, and Japanese whiskey. This is actually a sample bottle I received from Thiccc Importers, the people who are working with Brendan. If you know that name, you probably know what I think of them. Thiccc Importers is behind the brand Sensei whiskey, which I absolutely hate. It's a great example of how certain Japanese producers were taking advantages of loopholes in Japanese law to make some duplicitous and shoddy whiskey. You can see more about that in the video somewhere up here. So, not the best partner right off the bat. I'm gonna say that. I don't trust those guys as far as I can throw them. Now, the Japanese Spirits Trade Group did recently close loopholes about bringing in other countries' whiskey and bottling it in Japan and just calling it Japanese whiskey. So I'm hoping that's not what they did here. But I'm also nervous they might have slipped a little in before that came down. But before I rush to judgment, let's give the whiskey a taste. I'm gonna say right off the bat, there are two things that I really like, just looking at the bottle. First one, bottled at 48% alcohol. That is a nice, healthy proof. Second thing I appreciate about this bottle right here is on the back, they give you the mash bill of the whiskeys in the blend and the percentage of each whiskey in the blend. No matter how good or bad this whiskey is, you get points for that from me. That's awesome that you put the mash bill and the blending percentages right on the bottle. Fantastic. I think that should be industry standard. Let's smell this first. Let's see how this baby smells. You know, this smells kind of like a young whiskey, like a young, maybe a Speyside malt. It's kind of sharp. It's a little green, got a little bit of the yew branch, a little bit of the evergreen. There's a medicinal quality to it, kind of like iodine. Some people really love that iodine note. Look at the Freud drinkers. There is a light, perfumey kind of spiciness. Based on the nose, this needed more time. I'm gonna say that. It smells young. It probably could have used more time in those Mizunara barrels especially, because I'm not getting a whole lot of Mizunara on this. Mizunara is a uniquely Japanese kind of wood. It's really hard to work with, it's very knotty, but you do get some really cool flavors from it. Alright, let's get a taste. This is interesting. I don't like it. I don't particularly like it. I gotta be 100% honest. However, it is interesting. The nose was very much like I would imagine a kind of light Speyside malt or a blended scotch kind of deal. The taste is much more bourbon. A nice sweetness on the front. You get some cherry in the middle palate. It's not super complex, but it's good. The issue is the finish. It kind of comes off like wet cardboard. Definitely not the worst thing I've tasted. It's very middling, though. Because for the nice cherry notes, the nice woodiness, you're also getting this young green, this cardboardiness, and honestly, something that tastes a little soapy. I wonder if there was some saponification going on in here. It is unique, the mixture of the Japanese Mizunara and the bourbon, I will say that. It's just very middling. I don't think I'd choose to drink this if I had other options, but, you know, on a lark, sure. And unfortunately, I don't know the price tag on it. I couldn't find it online, and it's not listed on the ICO site. So if anybody knows what MSRP is on this, please let me know. Now, if I were to pay for this myself, I probably wouldn't pay more than 20 bucks for it. 20 bucks on a lark, you know, just for shits and giggles? Sure. But this has been another review of a celebrity whiskey. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, subscribe. Why not? Come hang out. We'll do more reviews like this. And of course, find me on Instagram, Twitch, and all that other bullshit. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay rotten.